all the uploads, it be so hard when you're trying to get stuff done, so record it. Well, this is a rear diff. You got the two axle shaft, axle bolts too. And there's two of them on both sides, so one for the right rear and one for the passenger rear. And that's the control module to the diff unit. And this for the drive shaft on the front wheel drive, which is right there. These also have, let me see, you got a couple of 8mm bolts that go around, and this actually slides out from it. But actually, as you pull it out, I had to get a hammer and kind of knock the old one back, knock this housing back to separate it because it was stuck together because it's been together so long. And those are 8mm bolts, and these bolts are the 3 bolts. I'm sure what they look like. That's the old one right there. And that's these bolts right here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're 18mm. Let's see. Yes, yeah, they're 18mm as well. And it's got one bolt sitting on top, which would be just the old one. It goes through the roof, and it goes up here through this frame, as you can see it. It goes right there. It's a long bolt, and you got 2 that go back here through these bushings. And those extra meat from these 2 right here. And that's the one that goes through the top, so let's go through the bottom of this. And this goes in between this black frame piece. Could always be a cross member, a frame support right here. The bolts go through there, and they're long as well, and they go through here. And as you can see the thread on the inside. And I'm gonna put it back together now. And that's pretty much it. I was trying to get the axle bolts loose. I don't know what size bolt that is. I tried a 34mm and 35. The 34 is kind of strange. It doesn't go over it. The actual rotor distance is small, so I couldn't get it in there. So I don't know exactly what socket you're supposed to use for that, but like I said, you can always unbolt the axles from this and bolt these 3 back up, and then that separate the axle. I didn't see anything on YouTube about this, so I'm kind of going over it so that y'all can do it yourself. I'm gonna try to turn the camera back on when I get it put back all the way back together. I also did, before I forget, remove the exhaust, which is only 2 bolts here, and these are actually 13mm bolts. They wasn't too bad. I sprayed some lubricant on them, and I disconnected here these flange bolts, and I slid exhaust hanger bushings off of this. There's 2 up here, and then there's 1 mid section, which is here, and then it's 2 of them in the back, which the other one is here, and the other one is there. So once you slide those on, this is exhaust pipe. You see it has the cat, the resonator, and the muffler on in one assembly. So I mean, you could separate it from this. This the rest of the exhaust pipe, I don't want to put it in this, so I just separate it from the flange and from the cat. And once you do this, you should have plenty of space. So this is the way I did this, and now I'm gonna go back in with the new, the rear diff, the new diff. Well, the used new diff. And like I said, when I get it back, put it back together all the way, I'll turn the camera back on. They also want to replace these axle shafts, but like I was saying at first, I don't really have a socket to fit. So to me, they look good, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll turn the camera back on when I get through with it. So the socket I use to remove these rear axle nuts is this 1x7/16. And it's made by, I think that's Gently Tools. This is what I use to get in between what I was saying. That's goes in there and the lock on the fit. So this, I think it is a standard socket, it's not metric. So I didn't see anything on YouTube about what socket to use to remove the rear axles from the rear diff, and I replaced it. So I'm still working on putting it back together, so I just wanted to stop and let that be known. This is a socket that I use to actually remove the rear axle sockets, because there's absolutely nothing on the internet about this. Nowhere, I couldn't find it. I just happened to run across somebody who had a socket set, and I ended up finding this one that fits. It's not thin wall, and it is a 12-point, so it's not a 6-point. But the bolt is actually a 6-point bolt. Well, yeah, it's a 6-point bolt, so it's actually kind of strange, but it does work. So it won't strip it. So, but Anyway, I'm going back together with the rest of it now. So like I said, when I get through putting it together, I'll let y'all I'll come back on putting an update up. This is something else I was working on. Like I said, I wish I would have thought about it before I put it all in. But this is a radio job that I did on this one. And what was going on is the screen wasn't working, which is this one. So it's a touch screen. So when I was touching the old one, it wasn't working. But if you look at this one, when you touch it, you can actually see it working. If you notice. So the screen does work on this one. So that's a big advantage. That you're trying to entertainment, climate, settings in the home screen. So it's working. But this one did not work. However, when you order this, we got it off eBay. It's a two-piece. It's actually a screen, and then it's like a power unit, almost like a little module or a computer on the back of it. And it's 4 screws that hold it in together. If you just order the screen part, you can take this back part off. But more likely, if you order it used like how we did, it's gonna come all the way together like this one. Now the screen is in the radio is a little larger, and this one at least it looked like it is. But when I was holding them both close to each other, but I could be wrong, it may be off. Well, this truck was taking a while because when they first ordered it, they actually ordered another radio bezel face, which is that one, which is obviously designed for the smaller radio screen, which would go inside of here. So that didn't work, but they actually ordered that, and they ordered this radio, but also would go with it also, but it wasn't screen. So I just simply ordered what the truck came with. And as you see, the wiring is different on the back of this one than it was on this one too. Also, the wiring is different. Now the bottom is the same. Down at the bottom where that connector goes, that's the same, but toward the top is different. The one that's in now has 2 connectors, and this obviously, this one has different connectors. So you can't use it anywhere on this design. There may be some kind of harness out there where you can be able to merge them together, or to change them over. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna put this in the video with the Chevy Trek, and this is a Ford Explorer. I think it's like a 2016 model. Anyway, if you have any questions, y'all can let me know. And I just was giving some insight on this job. That's all. All right, thanks. So this is the finished product. Right before I take it on the street, exhaust. And remember I was telling y'all earlier about the flange. These are 2 bolts on the flange. They're 13 millimeters. Exhaust bushings back on. There's 2 in front. Is 1 midsection, and you got the drive shaft back in, or a little small drive shaft. This is the new used rear diff. These are the new used axles that are in, and I showed y'all the axle socket I took them off with. These are also, I think, 15 millimeter bolts. There's 3 of them. Once you remove these 3, the axles come off to allow you to separate the rear diff. And the rear diff is mounted with 3 bolts. It's this one up top, and there's 2 in the rear. You can see there's 1 here, and then there's 1 down here. You have to move the exhaust to be able to access it. And these are the rear exhaust hangers. If you look up, there's 1 right there, and there's 1 right there. So this is the job. It's complete. So I'm gonna drive it, and I think that's just about it. I'm just letting y'all know because I didn't see any videos about the Chevy Trek. I'll put more detail. I think this is 2016, if I'm not mistaken. It's an all-wheel drive sports track. I mean, not sports track. What is it called? Chevy Trek. This was Trex, TR8X. So, all right. So yeah, this is a 2017 Chevy Trex. I know I was gonna say the actual identical year. Yeah. So I forgot to come back and finish out the video, but anyway, I've already took it to the finishing process now. But it did drive good, and the rear end assembly definitely fixed the problem. What it was doing when you put it in reverse, it was actually hanging up and wanting to stop while you was in the middle of driving. So it fixed that issue. If y'all have any questions, please put them down in the comment. I know quite a bit about this vehicle because I worked on it for about, I don't know, maybe about a day and a half. Maybe a day and a half until I got the actual part. And once I got the part, it took like 30 minutes to get it knocked out. So it definitely been faster if I would have had a socket from the beginning, but I didn't.
Now I'm working on his outer truck, which is initially started off as a sunroof motor, but they haven't fixed it. So I'm trying to diagnose what's causing the sunroof not to move back and forth like it's supposed to. So it's not actually a sunshade in this one, it's actually the sunroof functionality is not working. I'm trying to see whether you have to have a program to program the sunroof motor, which is also a module all-in-one assembly. I'm not exactly sure. I'm trying to find research on that, but like I said, I haven't been able to find anything on that. Even on Mitchell, it doesn't really say if you have to program the module or not. So once I have that all in place, then I'll just call you back. I mean, not call, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about it because of my phone. I mean, I'll, get back with y'all. But anyway, like I said, also another question about this out there. If anybody knows anything about the sunroof issues with this truck, or whether you have to program the module once you change the sunroof modes. I actually have 3 sunroof modes to this truck, and because somebody's put 2 on them already and didn't fix it, and then somebody ordered a third and still didn't fix it. So I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. But anyway, that's it for this morning. Checking out, and this is another activity with B. Y'all take it easy and have a nice day. Peace. I'm out.